Blessings to you, YouTube. Thank you guys for joining in. This is Lifecoach for Life's own Dr. Ken. We're just testing some new things here on YouTube. And we've been doing Facebook Live for a minute, since about 2015, off and on. And then we was consistent in 2017. Then the pandemic hit, we really stepped it up for as what we do here. I'm definitely gonna need you guys to subscribe to this channel as we play with it and perfect it. Now I do have some things already on YouTube, and it's probably, I'm not gonna connect it to that. That'll be under Kenny Brewer. If you want to see some of this short TikTok stuff and a couple of videos that I may have put on there, some old sermons. For those of you who don't know me, I'm also a licensed ordained minister for 45 years. God has elevated us from being just a youth minister to youth pastor to senior pastor to organizing ministries. And presently, for the last 3 years, we've been doing international ministry, where we're reaching literally around the country. We're covering 17 countries at this point. But that's what we do on that end. But my life coach piece is me just talking about life. I've lived 64 years. Next year I'll be 65, August 5th, and I've seen a lot. Not just as it relates to ministry, but in families, I've seen a lot. I've had 2 successful marriages. One was 20 years and a few months, and the other one was, I count them 3 years of dating too. So 15 years and a few months. And somebody asked me on one of my other streams, why do you say successful? You're divorced. It was successful in that you have to know who you married when you marry them. You have to know that. And I knew who I married when I married them. And our purpose for being together was very successful. And we completed that purpose, and when it's time for us to move on, we moved on. It was a somewhat high profile situation where both of them were, because of who I am, but there was some misinformation thrown out here, etc. That'll be in a book, so I won't be exposing my book yet. That'll come out next year. But you have to know who you marry when you marry them. And if you're good with it, and let me throw this out here for free, I married because I was in love. I didn't marry for no other reason, even though she was 21 years younger than me. That meant nothing. I didn't think twice about it. Somebody said, well, you look back, you think, no. If I look back, I would have done it the same way, but along the way, I would have done some different things. So, but again, the rest of that will be in a book. So, in my first situation was my soulmate. My soulmate was my soulmate. And one of the things I tell people, we married at 27. I was 27 and she was 28. And what I tell people about that marriage is, I am the man, especially the businessman, that I am today because of my soulmate. So, and I know that I married out of my league, so to speak. We were strong in ministry. I'm talking completing each other's sentences, the whole nine. Because we started off as friends. We went to the same church, the whole nine. But then death happened of a child, and mental came in. So that'll be in my book too. So we're not going to expose any more of that. So that's why I say I've had 2 successful marriages, and I'm excited about the place that God has put me in. Somebody said, "Will you marry again?" You can't ask me today. Well, you can ask me today. Today, my answer will be no. Nothing wrong with the institution of marriage. I love it. Over the last 45 years, I've married 122 couples over the years, and most of them are still together because I demand counseling, extensive counseling for most, and I'm pretty raw in my style of counseling. I'm not your average put your collar on type guy. I would probably come to a counseling session dressed just like this in a Nike outfit or polo outfit, but this because I want to sit down on the couch and talk. Let's talk. Let me explain to you what you're about to get into. I want you to understand this, that, and the other, and we talk about everything. Everything, yes, everything, sex and all. And so I'm just kind of giving you an introduction, to who I am and what I have done. And the Bible says that eyes haven't seen, neither ears heard, neither entered the heart of man what God is going to do through your servant, Lifecoach for Life's own Dr. Ken. You can always go over on one of my pages on Facebook, and you can see some of the content that we've done live. Pretty controversial. I don't no fluff there. We're just gonna shoot it. We're gonna shoot it just like it is. And again, just wanted to say hi to YouTube. I need you guys to subscribe when we begin to do that. We're going to talk about a lot of relationship things. I am also an entrepreneur. I have a business degree along with other certifications and degrees, and I have an honorary doctorate and all that good stuff. But we just gonna sit down and talk. A few people have compared me to the late Kevin Samuels. I never knew who he was. I don't think so. I've listened to some of his stuff. I listened to him a few times before he passed away. And I was doing this before this guy was even doing anything, at least on social media platforms. I've been talking like this for a long time, even before I started doing it socially. And so that's who I am. And again, don't let that scare you off, because I said people compare me to, and I disagreed with them. I said I can see some similarities, but I see some similarities in other men of God too, that are not just life coaches, but who are ministers and bishops and just psychologists and sociologists and counselors. I do all those things. And again, this is kind of an introduction to what we're going to be doing on YouTube. So I look forward to you guys subscribing and being a part of what we're going to do. Again, thank you for joining in. I will be doing some other snippets of things as we move forward into this. But be blessed. This is Lifecoach for Life on Dr. King. God bless.